me through the night. Oh, yeah, we fly and we soar the heights. Oh, yeah, the sky will be ours tonight when we collide. I believe in, I believe in, I believe in you and I believe in, I believe in, I believe in you and
Good morning. And right as we're hitting the big exciting part. Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. So I need to switch back to my mapping setup. And actually, I guess since the last time I streamed this proper, I did do a little bit of fix-ups. I think just for this. And ran some more layers. So as a proof of concept is interesting, I ran, well, I think I fixed this already. Gotta bump that down. Because these things are apparently like 4 tiles tall at least. So that's neat and all. Oh my rabbits. Oh, well, that's a glitch. Yeah, I've still got some issues. Okay, I hadn't even noticed that one. Some temporary transition is turning into, wow, bowls. So that's another thing I have to work out with reusing the same server all the time. Okay, so I've got that. Now, what I want to do is, this takes a really long time. Also, I'm not sure I can actually realistically do this detail. The files it initially puts out are like 2 gigabytes. I think it's like still 600 megabytes for the highest detail, so that probably won't work, even though it's already a bit blurry. So that was our regular mod. Check out mapping. Now, this is kind of a messy hack, but I do kind of want to keep it up to date. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so this is a merge, but it was fine. And these must be the changes that I was doing. Language is definitely him. Did he make changes to map? That would be interesting if it affected us, because what I want to do now is I want to integrate map into the client so we can hopefully fetch these a lot faster. And we're going to need to update our mapping client. Yeah. Living life page dep. We don't have our name mod in right now. All right, so load file server, you depend on still using KissDB. Hash table. Well, it might be able to get these locally, but this implies that we need linear DB3 and KissDB. And maybe hash table and monument. So I might be able, I might be able to reference these from server, but I'm probably going to need to modify them as well. Actually, I know I'm going to have to modify map, but then this whole thing is a hacked up project. This whole branch. All right, hash table. Oh, is only an H. Monument is a CPP, which is really just the monument log, but I think monument calls. And this goes back to game source, which some of these references might become a problem for me. And we've got KissDB, which doesn't seem to have any other references, and LinearDB3, which doesn't seem to have any outside references. So can we make file list I can do tailing. Server map.cpp. There was a monument. There was linear DB3. There was KissDB. Oop, and I still duplicate some stuff there. So will those even compile? Maybe not. BiomeDB get undefined reference to value to int. Oop. I think that's the wrong case. dbcommon.cpp. Not sure where we missed that. Maybe it got included down below. I guess technically kind of you depend on that and that. Function monument call undefined to monument call pending. Oh, is that server proper stuff? Oh, this is like directly referencing stuff in server. Why do I think? Undefined reference does oh. No, I went to CD server. Yep. Let's see. Do we reference this in the server? I'd prefer not to have to do a modified server. Monument action. Right, so that's some header file setup stuff. Surprised I haven't run into minor gems problems before. Map.cpp. Check if this triggers the apocalypse. Uh, 39, 24, 30. Get closest player pause. Oh, is this just recently added? For the Eve stuff. Curve. Oh my gosh. This is the animal movement. I kind of don't want animals moving at all. Get spiral point. Oh, where is this? Map.cpp. Get spiral point. With no reference whatsoever. Where are we? Shrink container. Oh. Spiral.cpp. So this one we can probably put into game source. Oh, no, it does Eveline exist? This is so integrated. Well, I mean, eaves are outside of the map, so... Recently used primary eve position. Okay, well, I mean, this seems to be here. Undefined reference to get player names in monument.cpp. Map. What do we do with monument? Monument logs. Tallest recent monument location. Get monument status. Tallest monument location. Long lineage position exists. Maybe I should just remove monument stuff. Did I modify monument? Yeah. Can we just not do that? So this is there. Wasn't able to bounce back to it because of the quote, probably. Monument status. Okay, so this is like all of a piece here. Not quite sure how the container ship works there. Okay, we're able to build. How does it feel about Alright, now things might get a little bit more interesting. Delete. I thought that was buffer. Yeah, okay. And that is really annoying. I don't know why Living Life didn't do it. I guess it included something else that included minor gems. Actually, what we might want to do is edit server map.h for what our interface is. So we need init map. And actually, I think there's some stuff in a init map that like can just has an option to just dump some stuff. Get map object xy. Remove contained. Get map floor, which for natural stuff we're not going to matter. Shouldn't there be get map biome? Get map object raw. The decayed version of the object doesn't matter. Okay. So we need a init map. And I guess to be proper, we should probably do free map. Where are we doing other init stuff? Init live triggers, map global offset, living life page constructor, map global, say field, there's some map stuff. Free live triggers. There's all the map stuff. All right, now, one thing we can do is init map. There was some calls in here that, like, for debugging, he just had to dump some stuff. Guess I should have jumped to the end. And there's a bunch of stuff here I don't necessarily need. It might actually write out some database files. And I'm not sure we actually need to save. Since we mostly want the biome generation, but I think when I poked before, it was pretty tied in with other stuff. Debugging the map, print biome samples. I think print biome samples actually does like printf. Yeah. Output map image. Just evoking this to time it. This might be very, very rickety at this point, or out of date. Map biome out.tng. I could probably convert that to PNG now. We can start with that. Now, I don't know how big an image that's going to make. All right, so this was the regular one. We need to go back to... I might not be able to pin this because it's going to exit right away. Well, I might be able to get it. Oh, and this was built for different screen size settings. Okay, this would be some sort of map, right? Map biome out.tga. And then what does biome fractals do? That also does... Oh, this is only within the biome? Now, do you also exit? You do not auto-exit. And that's just an exit 0. Oh, well, we might want to assign some different colors to it. Does this look like our current actual map? Well, I don't know what it's centered around. What is this printing out? But this should be a different file type. Hey, gotta save. Because if I want to do just a biome map, that might be the way to go. Oh, okay. Oh, so this is like raw stuff. Now I think what he's doing is he's like, this is one particular biome has a peak here, so that's the one that's going to kind of show through. This might be different biomes. They are all kind of high near the center. Biome 2 has a little bit different. Okay, so right now this is not directly useful. This is kind of like the underlying stuff that I think he's kind of picking the highest one. So this is not immediately useful to me. All right, so what do you do? 500 by 500. Wait, this is object image and biome image? All natural map PIDs. Object colors. Maybe this is some commented out stuff to do objects. We'd want to do manually assigned colors. Well, I could probably do a color map on it. Get biome map index. Correlation test. Are you using the items at some point? Biome index. Biome im. Objim. Are you using this? Oh, it actually went to map out. I thought that was an old leftover one. Oh. So this is like object spawns. You'd have to... It says something about a legend. Oop. Maybe it's supposed to be just like a line of IDs somewhere. Huh. Yeah, it might be useful for like highlighting like iron mines and milkweed food. That's what we're going to have to come back to. Oh, there's some printf here. What is the map? It is 0 to positive height width. Are we doing anything with the x and y here that would make negatives not work? Y times width. Biome image. Yeah, so we'd have to offset it by our start point. Or offset the map references, one or the other. So to be comparable with the other stuff we were doing, it would be... Well, actually, that was in each direction. Okay, so colors when we want to revisit. Get map, get biome. Object image set color. We could just look at the corner, but it'd be awfully nice if it was all the same. Where else do we use X and Y? Might be easier to offset the references. Because then that's going to get into a whole bunch of math. Whereas the XY lookups are very, very direct in how this works. Biome image, set color. Oh no, here, that's image. Not sure about that. And are we actually calling this? Is it... I'll put map image. Oh, you know what I was doing before? I was just doing and build Windows 1Life228 map. And we are in fact making a DB. So for the biome building, I don't know that we actually need to... Oh, okay, we actually cut it off before we do all loading. Cool. Now you have, I think... .500 by 500. Okay, that did not get updated. Did I have a compile error? Oh. Why not full screen? Still 500 by 500. Are we actually writing this? Or did writing out the biome files change things somehow? Also, why are we full screening? Yeah, it's not writing out. It's like encountering an error. Loading the map. Oh. Maybe the early exit is causing a problem with the cache files. Give me another one here. Oh, what was it? I closed that, didn't I? The extension is FCZ. So that restored our settings. I don't want to have to rebuild the cache every time. And I think I need to watch where I'm doing my early exit. Living life. Free map is probably fine. Oh, maybe the exit's writing them out, but we're not loading them? Load file. Okay, so now opened. So we rebuilt them and opened them. Well, that might involve just the opening of those things. Meanwhile, that looks bigger. And about middle is, I'm not sure that I recognize my starting area. Yeah, the edge of the map looks different. But I'm pretty sure I was doing 512 by 512. I might even still have that set. Yeah. So is this not the main, like, biome seed? I probably need, well, I need the, I want to assign colors to them, but I have to have a correspondence to know which is which. Somewhere, somehow. So we're looking for a little pattern like this. Right about, there's my coordinates. Right about 512, 512. And that looks very different. So either these aren't the coordinates, I think. Is it possible that it's a Y flip? Because that's been a point. Oh. That looks familiar. Oh no, actually that's that flip. No, that would be down here. No, actually, no, that to that. That doesn't seem to match up with anything down here, though. This almost matches this, which would say red is green. So then where does it sit over? So I would want to invert the y's into my lookup function. So that gets put into the image correctly. I think that's the only place we do lookups. Biome image. Oh, maybe the legend is the printf? Now, is this where we have cache problems? Oh, yeah, we're losing our full screen settings somehow. Yeah. So it's something to load. Oh, I'm probably exiting without writing the cache files. So it's like opening them and not writing them. Living life page. So really would rather not open them at all. Well, I might need the objects. Where? I might need to call the freeze on a bunch of sub things. All right, I'm gonna take a break and try to figure out what's going on with caching. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Nu moeten we... Ja, ik denk dat we dit gaan verliezen. 1-0. Yo, jongens, yo! Ga naar die auto. Die auto is 2 HP, gozer.
Kijk, in de cirkel, in de cirkel.
Nice. Niet meer shiften, niet meer shiften. We hebben echt te weinig fuel nu.
Schiet het, jongens.
Nee, we hebben niet nodig. We hebben
Hoe is
achter...
het afschieten? Nog eentje, opschieten! Super!
Oké, hou je wapen goed gericht. Jij moet die goede wapen hebben.
Oké, ik reload hem nu.
Pushen. Oh, hij is bijna dood.
Ik ben bijna dood, ja, wil je wachten!
Kut, I'm out of
Nice.
ammo.
Ja!
All right, welcome back. All right, I now need to understand how all of init animation. Init object bank. Okay, so object bank. Actually, object bank.h. What gets this going? I guess really all we need is biome bank, but it does actually process some clothing set. Enable object search. Init object bank start. Init object bank step, init object bank finish. So it does do this if there's no cache. Free object bank. I guess I need to know what closes the save files. Cache file. Delete object from bank. Remove. What? Remove. Animation bank. Remove. Bin v cache. Bin folder cache is a separate thing. Verify cache files, init bin folder cache, blah, blah, blah. Get file contents. Free bin folder cache. Clear all bin folder cache files. Sound bank, sprite. Oh, maybe it's like a text file cache? Okay, so you remove bin folder cache, bin cache. That's delete. Ah, bin folder cache and folder cache. That's the difference. Get file name, get file contents, free folder cache. Init anim bank finish. Init category bank finish. Editor game. If progress equals 1.0, does that mean we don't finish because we exit too soon? Although I was clearly able to load it at once. Folder cache. File count. Zip compress. Oh, yeah, so you do have to close it out. It seemed like it actually did load stuff. Free transparent, free guide per free frame drawer. Yeah, but that's an unceremonious exit. Okay, livinglife.cpp. Show bug message. This is like a... Where do we handle normal program exit? Well, I obviously can't get my syntax right here. Okay, there's at least one here. Got to escape everything. Wow, okay. So exiting the game is like a minor gems thing. Quit message. Is quitting blocked? Check signal quit game. No, wait, how does map poll mode exit? Because that seemed to be fine. Somewhere around there. Quit game is what we want. Now I think right now init map is doing a straight up exit. And we are going to need to clear our caches again. Didn't get our settings. Loaded 0 objects. Maybe... I probably need to pull out this function that dumps stuff, so somewhere I can call. I just want to see it correspond to something. Well, I guess we can load the game and quit. And we're not getting settings again. Oh, you know what? Oopsie. We just dumped a bunch of junk in game source. I need to CD to there and run map. That's why this one worked. And why you couldn't find any objects. I was running that in my build directory, so I probably got a bunch of extra junk here. Oh, and I have no server to connect to. Well, I mean, technically, I don't need to connect to a server right now. $1,024, but with 1,024. Okay, now this is the pattern I remember. So I think it was flipped. Oh, right. That was a 500. Anyway, where is... That looks a little different. So this seems to match up. But up here doesn't quite match. Ooh. Oh, okay. It's a very subtle color that's indenting it here. All right, well now we can assign some more intuitive colors to things. Buffer map CPP. So I think he's doing auto-generated colors right now. And I might almost want to split this to be two different things, but natural map IDs, biomes, make color from HSV. Just a, yep. He's just picking around an HSV spiral, which is kind of neat. HSV might work, or I might be wanting to pick some more stuff. Now, do we have like anything in, say, ground zero TGA? Okay, so 0. So that's a color C, but he's not making any effort. Well, it's being stored in this thing. Yeah, I don't see any effort to delete these, because this probably was a one-time thing. Hopefully that's not an object. Because what we want to do HSV is probably fine. I just need a reference. I'm going to put stuff to the side. You're not a reference. Okay, so that's 0. H goes around this way. So green, straight up green is 120. This looks like it's a float. Oh, so that's going to be about 1/3. Oop. And then ground 1 is blue, or well, it's this. Which I don't want to be brown. I guess really I might want to do like RGB sampling from some of the images to get something more familiar. Let's I could probably get this in HSV. All right, and yeah, there's, well, I need to know the range of these. So you're a 360, you're a 100, you're a 100. So I want you to be 89.0 divided by 360.0 and 0.49 and 0. Whoop. We're going to want to go to the blue end on this side because the brown ends up looking like... I don't think there's really anything that's in between blue and brown. Okay, so that's not going into the color picker. That's very dark. Very gray. Oh man, those blues are very dark. Kind of want a light blue. Well, the light blues are kind of gray. And these blues are very dark. I mean, I guess swamps could be gray. I'm just surprised we can't get a bluer thing. And actually, we do kind of want to work from something more like this. Oops. 228, 47, 51. Looks like I could probably do mid-range color there. Ground 2. It's the plains. Probably grab mid-range yellow here. Almost feels like it could be brighter. All right, 36. Okay, yeah, so these are a little bit brighter. 90. Biome 3 is mountain. So really we just kind of want this kind of medium dark gray. Maybe a little bit on the lighter side. Oh, interesting. So that's actually the same hue. Oh, just about. And I guess a gray, so hue doesn't matter that much. And then we should get in, but this would be Arctic. Yeah, well, this could be almost white. Really? I thought there was some detail in this. Maybe the game is drawing it differently to get a little bit of detail. I thought there was some swatches of detail. But that is just straight up white. Desert can be brown. That might be a little bit dark. Actually, you're probably more like one of these. 37, 71, 62. I'm trying to make a color map to make this thing better match our intuitive perception of this thing. Because this is really because drawing individual object tiles, it's starting to get really noisy. There's some edge artifacting here. So I want to get just a straight up biome map. Should be faster than processing all this stuff. And looks like we have a loop that can actually just spit it out. Not doing any fancy drawing, so that I can keep on. Well, I don't have it set up to zoom any farther. Zoom up more. And then this will probably only last for a couple of zoom levels, and then we just can kind of stop drawing the map entirely, and maybe we put some birth plot overlays on it or something. But I want, I want to make maps to kind of see where civilizations are and things. I've also been thinking about doing some bigger. People are constantly talking about bigger biome mods. I thought, what if we just made one and lets people play on it? That is not the entire map. This is... I've actually been playing in this part of the map, and I've probably gotten around here for the most part, which seems often pretty far. But this is 1024 by 1024 tiles. The last I saw, the main play area was around negative 30,000, and I forget if it's negative or positive in the X direction. But it's allowed to go out to positive and minus 32-bit integer, which I forget what million, billion, trillion unit that is. So this level of detail is probably impractical, because it will just take so much data. So we might actually be at the biome level. Anyway, so we had done, these are swamps, which end up kind of looking a little bit like deserts at this, which is one of the reasons I want to pick a color for it. quite manually. So I think we got desert in. Still need to load jungle. Oh, no, I did load jungle. Which is going to be a very, very green. Oh, why did I get a two-tone? Is it like for a gradient or something? Anyway. Sure, that actually ends up working. Then to 87. People are playing the game. It is a generated map, and what I'm trying to do is just map the natural state. Eventually, maybe I'll look at layering some actual game data on it. I don't know if anybody's playing it right now, but the people do stream it from time to time. I'll be streaming the game playing on the center map solo this afternoon, and then other people are. I mean, it's mostly a massively multiplayer game. I am doing a little solo play to try and work out some technology stuff, so I'm getting to know this area very well. Now, I don't know. That's a pushback. Well, unknown is probably a separate thing. Is that a typo, or is that 1 hour 1 something else? Yeah, so this is everyone, in a sense, everyone is on the map, but I don't think anybody is playing near 0-0 currently. Yeah, okay. Yeah. When the game first started, people were playing here, but I have my spawn set to 0-0 because it was just a convenient place, and it actually ended up being a pretty good place. I didn't have to go searching. So I think we don't need this. Oh, I forgot to CD back. Probably should try to work this out better. Oh, no, 1 life. Game source. So if we go up to here, we need to CD past 1 life, past Windows, past build, and into game source. Uh-oh. Well, it might not be able to complete that. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is doing current directory. So if I'd done it from there, I could have actually done that. And I probably don't really need to load all this stuff. So we might want to build more specialized programs for dumping biomes. And I don't have a good way to exit this right now. Because I think that may have some other problems. Okay. Alright, we file. Okay, that looks a little bit more. Oh. I messed up my order, though. So our initial green looks fine. Our Arctic is messed up. So Arctic is this. So apparently the biomes are not loading in that order. So this is the Arctic color. So 0 is that. So that one's fine. This needs to be Well, that's where Arctic was. Man, I should have put notes on these. Green. So this is Arctic. We know that this was... Actually, can I just go back to here? Because this we can associate with... Oops. With the biome color... With the tile colors. Swamp. So it was swamp. This is ground tile 2. And then mountain. And then we added, ooh. What are... Okay, that's part of the problem. We just left that as a duplicate thing. So that's why the Arctic, well, it was still misplaced. And then we added Arctic, and then we added desert, and then we added jungle. But that is not how they are determined in biome ID. So I think this is actually Arctic here. Let's just make a completely new ordering here. So it's green. The thing that we want to be... Oh, I don't know which is... Well, the thing that we want to be... There. What did we get up to? I only got up to 6. So the thing that is currently white... Oh, I need it for this too. R6, R5, R4, R3, R2, R1. The thing that is currently 4, we want to be swamp. The thing that is currently plains, which is 2, we want to be Arctic. I think this is plains. The thing that is currently mountain, we want to be 2. No, wait. Plains, no, plains is 2. We want that to be, already assigned 2. Oops. That was Arctic. The thing that is currently plains. Thing that is currently slot 2. Oh, no, I'm thinking... We want plains to be in the mountain slot. And Arctic to be in slot 2. And the desert slot was is going to be jungle, just 5. And let's see, where is... Where were the deserts around me? Okay, so that is a bit of desert up there. The desert got colored. The blue, it looks like. So that's desert. Oh, you know what? I need you. Oh, I wasn't always doing that. Shoot. We know this is Arctic. Were you mountain, I think? Shoot. Were you plains or were you plains? Well, we know a bright, I think this is plains, which would leave this as mountain? No, mountain wasn't that bright. Oh, this is jungle, I think. Are we in jungle? Which leaves our swamp, which I think is the only slot left. I should probably double check my labels. Okay, so green is 89. Swamp is 228. Plains is 36. Mountain is 40. Oh, this is like a off by 1 error? Desert, yeah. Somehow jungle got put in at the front? How about, oh no, this is actually the same set. Got my split wrong. Okay, so green is 89. Desert is 37. Arctic is 0. Plains is a 36. Swamp is 228. Jungle is 92. Swamp is... Oh, did I get swamp twice? Yes, I did. Oops. So what are we missing? Mountain? Yes. So the thing we think needs to be mountain... I think it's this... Maybe that's the blue. No, that's the blue. So that is in the swamp slot, which I had... Ooh. Would you go away? So then where does... We still got double swamp. Man, these mappings get so confusing. Maybe I'm better off doing this one. Well, I still have it something. 1 by 1. You still need to be assigned to something. There's some mountain, Arctic, plain, swamp. Let's just stick the desert somewhere. and then check it. Okay, so that looks good. That's wrong. What's down there? Okay, so my plains is wrong. Jungle is wrong. Arctic is right. I think mountain is right. Oh. And then went and did this. So we don't need this anymore. Alright, so now... So I have jungle in my swamp slot. Or rather, I want swamp in my jungle slot. And I want jungle in my desert slot? And I want desert in my plains slot. And I want plains... Is that the swamp slot? Okay, so that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. I think that's reasonable, that's reasonable. Now, that's a single 1024 by 1024 image. So I've already got a bunch of stuff to do map tiles. Or to iterate map areas in the main program. Although being able to directly output like this would be a lot faster. I still want to go back and optimize that stuff. So I probably need this to load all my map pull stuff. And then sort out all our layers of iteration. And it would also duplicate image output. I could set this up to capture an area in the same way that getScreen does its thing. Although that would still tie it to the map pull cycle. Also, now that we've got paths straightened out, can we get this to run faster? Okay, so it still does all that loading. But it might do that before it even gets to this. Well, for the map generation stuff, we're going to have loaded objects, so that's probably fair. All right, so we've currently got a royal mess. Map. Map pull total image. We've got map pull many. And then all of our map translation stuff, because we're using the main engine. At this level, we don't care as much about that. So this has its X and Y all set up. It's fine. I should probably convert that to capture a single screen. And I may still want to do some extraction on, well, extraction duplication, something. Like some of this will be reusable, potentially. So our map function we want to convert so that it takes int width, int height, and what it gives us back well, this was just exiting, so that probably wasn't doing proper cleanup. File, TGA file, file output stream, converter, format image. So another thing we want to do is there's like some extra stuff going on here that I don't need. So we've got output map image, object image, output map, biome image. So we don't need object colors. I don't think we need object counts. Object image. That's dead anyway. This is dead code anyway. Base map, natural map IDs. Hey Bits, how's it going? Natural object IDs, that's natural object IDs. Yeah, we're at the level where this is getting edge artifacts and the tiles are becoming kind of indistinct. Alright, so we can always go back to regular version if we need this again. So this is just going to return its... Well, we allocated this in the stack, didn't we? Oh, no, we're back on object image here. Rough legend, object colors. Wait, did I get into the wrong... Object, oh yeah, I did get into the wrong function. Oops. Map object image. Oh, totally backwards. All right. Object, oh, because we were searching for this stuff. Natural map. This is, these are both 1024 by 1024, which is like nothing in game terms, but, I mean, my single player has like lived like entirely in about this area. Maybe I've made a few larger excursions. But, I mean, the, like, core spawn area when I was in the other maps was, like, 3,000 by 3,000 tiles-ish? Okay, so we don't want ID. We don't do this stuff. Natural map IDs. That's natural map IDs. That's that stuff. Alright, so let's finish this. So this doesn't need biome. Biomap. Biomap. It's natural map IDs. That's the base map. Do I have a... actually, down here. Maybe it would be game source? No, I don't. Anyway, so now the problem we have is we're allocating these images on the stack. So in Living Life page, but I've already got a bunch of code to do PNG conversion, so I could probably have like a tile out function or something. Maybe. Maybe. But to do that, we have to be able to... Actually, we only allocate this once. Or have that draw into my image. At which point we could use image x and, or image height and width. Oh, in game terms, X and Y are negative, aren't they? Well, we can work that out. Let's see, and buffer map.cpp. So instead of that, what if we took image pointer biome image? Oh, that changes the syntax of it. What if I took biome image? And we still have to clean that up. And remove that. I don't know if I'm going to use this. In fact, I could leave you more alone for the time being. I might actually want that as a way to get some data out. Buffer map.h init map. Huh. It's working without having declared it. Oh, actually does C do that, where it assumes int for everything? Buffer map.cpp. Grave, flight, map object. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Output map biome image. Now I have to do some work in living life. So we have to be able to extract some of this stuff. So where we are dealing with tile type things, just fully loaded. Screen capture, screen image raw, last screen view center. Oh, and buffer map. Actually, I guess I could do some testing on this. So now we have int width equals biome im. I don't see an image width or anything. Living life. Oh, nope, it's get width. And H. I should probably do a localized test for this. All that involves doing a little bit of living life.cpp. That does involve copying some of the PNG out, if we want to do that. Well, actually, no, it's just into file name. Write PNG. Oh, because I used to be calling this from init. Okay, so init map has to stop doing this. We still have to init map. Init map. To init map, we have to output map biome image. Okay, so actually that is the corner. Maybe that's why I had to invert it. Okay. No. I need to... Actually, this could be a stack image. It was 3 true. Did I grab... Oh, I did. It was map. Well, it was TGA, but right now it's just map biome out. And this is biome M. Oh, I did not actually remove that. Output map biome. Uh-huh. Well, it's not case sensitive, but... Uh-huh. Graphics image.h. Oh, this is in the header file. Slightly unfortunate, but if we want to have an image output function. All right, map biome out. Uh-oh. Map pull total image. And you're looking for pointer, I think. No, make targets. Did I... Oh, something broke and I didn't CD back. Well, now let's use this an opportunity to fix this, I guess. Windows. Okay. Oh, maybe quit game is not returning. So it's not and ending. Because the return codes. Okay, that's game source. And cool. All right, so we've proven that this much works. Now, we would kind of actually like to do this. We almost want to do this before we even get here. Because if we didn't need to load all those objects, I mean, well, the map stuff is probably going to need to have... Probably not going to need sprite. I also need a separate program for bioimages. Anyway. So now... Where do we get down? Final image. We've got all our stuff. Can I make a function out of this? Well... so that's going to be a little bit different. Okay, so this is the file output stuff. Then we get into the coordinate changing stuff. Can I do this up here? I mean, it's a little bit messy, but another image thing? Expand. So void output map tile, and right now we're just kind of assuming a whole bunch of things. We probably need to know which image we're pulling from. Map pull mini stride. I could probably use some of that stuff. There's a tile XY. Oh, so maybe some of our coordinate translations. Well, as long as the offset 0, send X and send Y won't do anything, I think. Now I am going to want to zoom this out so I don't overwrite my current stuff. Oh, I want to initialize these variables differently. Oh, actually, where do you get initialized? This might not be something that we've done yet. So step is down here. Really? Done loading first object set. So this isn't necessarily going to be on init. Huh. Actually, I guess I could use map pull image for this. So we want this stuff to be initialized. Only I need to do something. Well, no. Biome area is biome area. Because this ends up initializing a bunch of variables based on screen dimensions. All right, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in a few minutes. Does that even work? Well, it doesn't blow up.
If I like aim the camera down at all of that, she's been coming into the room, hitting me, throwing things at me, and hitting me with a whole bunch of things, and bringing me so much food. Okay. Whew, good thing I won. Did I level up?
So I wanna like alt right click that edge. If I bring this up, how does that look? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's much softer. And then yeah, this back face actually, I'm glad I selected that. I need to move this down here.
Come on. Danger, revive me.
Border out, come on.
Fout Lisa.
Lisa. No,
Fout Lisa.
dude.
Danger. Danger. Fout Lisa.
Yes.
All right. So we've got all this. Oh, because this is doing the screen center stuff. Oh, first map load done. Yeah, I don't want to wait for that if we're not loading from the server. Of course, we're not going to want to do that anyway. Screen position. Because there's a bunch of stuff we set up, although this is all based on screen dimension stuff. And there's the receive offsets. So actually map poll start and end. I'm not sure that we need to do because we're not doing that. We don't need that sub iteration here. That's kind of built into that function. I might want to edit these things directly. Don't really care about screen width, screen Y. I might want to set that directly. Yeah, that's something, it's going to work a little bit different. We're going to need some of that. We need, that's map pole stride. We need map pole mini stride. Which scale is many width, image width. Map pole end X, map pole start X. And then we reset the end to the subsection of that. I think I'm just going to manually initialize some of this stuff. So map pull stride doesn't matter. Pull total image. Output map tile. Oh, this is something. That is using map pull start and map pull end. Wait. No, right, because it's upper and lower corner. All right, so to reuse that stuff, I do need to manipulate start and end for the chunk we're doing. All right, let's try this for one. For now, we just want to get a bunch of variables initialized. So it starts this, well, mini start, we're just going to say our old friends. And end is 512. Screen width. Regular map pull stride doesn't matter. Current is really just map pull start. Well, that actually is going to be map pull. Yeah. I don't think we need current. I don't want to deal with screens. Many width is the total pixels of this. Map pull mini stride. So that is going to be the same width. Number of pixels in the entire image we are capturing. Yeah, many width by image width. Number of pixels in the total capture area. Oh, this isn't going to be able to do pixel scaling right now. I guess we just... It only does 1-to-1 right now. I guess I could just take these and start doing image manipulation on them. Or we change the step to do subsampling. Does doing the scale thing here make sense? The number of images we are going to capture to get 256 by 256 images. But the tiles right now... I guess we leave that. Okay, we didn't need that. That kind of holds up. And then we reset end to 1 stride. And then we do map pull total image. Just because we can. And then output map tile. Which uses our first coordinates. So this is that. This is that. This is map pull start x. Map pull start y. Oh, I wanted to actually do this so it was a separate send x, send y is not declared yet. To make it a separate tile layer. Oh, we actually have to be reduced by 1. That should be fine. I might want to... actually, here could be fine. Oh, I don't have my previous tiles. Those were kind of expensive to produce, so I don't want to lose them. And on that front, I think we're going to overwrite 18 to get a 1-to-1. All right, send x. Oh, a member function. I mean, we could do that. Just a little bit more annoying. For this, we don't need it. For that, we do. Man, we're so close to just having an independent function here. We shouldn't need the offset at all. But that means that this will need... What? Why? I could just pass in the offset. Technically, it's conditionally applied. For now, we can just ignore it. Scale. Oh. Wait. I've done some weird things here. I must have been copying this from somewhere. Output map tile X. I must have completed something there. Now, I might have to put something in to print what tile we put out. And I might want to see if we can get rid of some loading time. We don't need sounds. Well, using the regular drawing code, we probably need all the animations and stuff. Okay. Well, standout should say what it thought it was doing. Shit, I might still have that open. Biome. What's that 2-2? Oh, this looks zoom 25. Yeah, we messed something up here. But there might be a tile under 25. Oh. Yep. And output all right. All right. Many stride. So this looked like our scaling thing was all off. Maybe. Oh, screen width by screen W. Right, so we want this to be pixel width. But we're grabbing... what is it? 256, 128, I think. Because it'd be 128 pixels. No, because it's 1 pixel per. Oh, we don't need cell dimension. Divided by image width. Now you see, now I'm afraid I could hit any random zoom here. Now I do have my optimized copy. I guess I should really be doing a different output directory for now. Aha, it is 18. Oh. We're not very wide right now. Huh. I mean, I guess that's believable. Alright, so that seems somewhat believable. So this is all our setup. That is outputting one image. And I think, other than the send X, send Y problem. That's probably a double pair. Wait, what? Too few. Yeah, you're right. There's too few arguments to function. This is only if set, but if it's not set, it's just we assume it's 0. Probably. So this is. Yeah, I was also, well, I guess I should test that later because I'm not really doing those images right now, but that should be able to take over a large, a large portion. And what would the key phrase be? Output map tile. at where do we slide down? mmap global offset. And then pretty much all of this was the same. And then this is, okay, so that takes care of that, or it should. Oh, it got set. Oh, what's a grid pause, not a double pair? Output map tile. Yep. Output map tile. Offset. Why am I two T's? All right, now this map poll start. I'm not even using map poll current. This is a post-fix update. I mean, output map tile just about could do it. It's kind of a different thing. You might be nothing. And map poll mode works. Okay, output map tile. Next map tile. Then we can reset current, reset that. I mean, I guess this much is pretty similar. Right, output map tile. Next map tile. And now output biome image. Do we have I could probably extract some of this stuff, this startup stuff. Well, maybe. I specialized it a bit. Okay, so these things might need to be optimized. Now, I actually did have 18 that was kind of okay, like getting the boundary barrier, or the boundary lines. Now how do I change your zoom level? By changing, oh, you're right, I have to get into subsampling stuff, which I don't want to yet. I guess I didn't copy that. Oh, that... I messed something up badly. Yeah, it looks like a straight up Y tile inversion. So am I outputting it at the wrong coordinate, or am I giving it the wrong coordinate? So everything works. This looks like a reasonable bit of tile. Oh. Do I not need to invert you? I'm surprised that the tile coordinates would be off in that way. Maybe the server and the client see them differently? Shoot, you really kind of have to see this. This is backwards right there day. In the map, see if things line up. What? Oh, that changed things such that... Right, and then we have Y. So one of these is... how do I figure out which is which? We just... This is a delete and reset. I guess I could look at what's in here and figure out what should be in there. Or actually, I could look at this one too. Oh, no, this was still a dirty file as well. So object was 0, 1, -2. So on all of these... Well, no, I need to know. Because not inverting that... Yeah, can't just pass a negative. Because the individual tiles are okay with the coordinates we're giving them. Oh, and how does this... That does map to stuff, whereas this does not. So they end up off by 1. And here I thought I'd solve some of my coordinate problems. Well, now these coordinates are getting passed down to like raw map stuff. So the biome things feel slightly more true to life. So when we invert the tile coordinates, we end up taking 2 to 2, which is outside of our iteration zone. We have to invert them so this might actually mean that my coordinates for the other tiles are off. Oh, and is this a plus or a... Yeah, it's a plus. I think it might have actually been negative. Oh, because we used to be fetching center. So maybe that meant the entire thing was off this... Oh, you know what? Okay, so that's gone. Maybe start works with this. In which case we have to sort out things with the other mode. Okay, that got us 0 to -2, indeed. But if I have two different tile translation formulas, that just doesn't make sense, because in theory, we're both operating on the same tiles. So I really should figure out how to make that work. Oh, no, you've got extra tiles, is the problem. And this lines up with the zoom levels. And the biomes seem to match. And that isn't even terrible speed-wise. Well, I'm not doing the super detailed ones. We don't have to go fetch every single tile just to scale it down. Okay. Now you know what? Well, I've not checkpointed in forever. So our problem here is that this used to be here. But for this thing to make sense, we need to do that. I don't think there's anything I need to care about at those. So we can take this and we can try to do some interesting things. So if we expand that, Zoom is based on this. Oh, it's, yeah, one level up. Should get us 17. I should probably get this so it's a setting for zoom level. Oh wait, that won't work quite right because I don't have the zooming capability yet. So what did that output? A whole lot of level 18. Which, I mean, I can probably look at it okay. And then this map needs to be allowed. Oh, nope. Native zoom is still 18. We just have more tiles in it. Now to do 17, without getting into any fancy scaling. So we've got an offset. Well, that's output map tile. This would be output biome image. We've already got a scale here. Looking more like a stride. Buffer map dot h. And when we iterate, yeah. Then I have to, I have to consider this because we still output 18. So is that where we get into mini width? Yes. Or maybe scale would have actually worked here. And many width goes into many scale. Now wait a minute. How do we calculate our zoom? Map pull many stride, which is affected by many scale, which is affected by image by many width. We do not have a 17. Right. right, that's changing the X and Y coordinates for the biome image. And it is overriding 18. So this is not... Why is this not? Wait, divide by many scale? Do I have my scale backwards? Is my scale supposed to be 0.5? Because that should be making bigger strides. For the same area? Well, that was the image created by this. So that might be accurate. Buffer map. Oh, and I see I was doing... So if this is pixel coordinates... So we're doing the conversion for the tile fetches. Now, arguably, we should be using the center. We should try to be getting the center of the biome of the stride. So like plus stride divided by 2 or something. And ideally, you'd blur. That gets into a bunch of image manipulation stuff and fetching a lot more tiles. Which, if we could keep this fast, that would be fabulous. Now I'm going to regenerate 18. Or I can copy it back. All right, does this make sense? Oh, I think it makes sense. And subsampling like that actually does save us a lot on iteration. Buffer living life. All right, so we still have to solve reuse of our coordinates. Int. Because maybe that's the setting, or maybe just I do zoom. I don't know. I'd have to think about how I back calculated that though. Oh, stride. Actually, stride is what kind of determines our zoom. So probably want, yeah, going from zoom, well, I mean, the area we look at and then the how big we stretch. We have a 16. And this will kind of let us get an idea of just how quickly the biome level gets unusable. Because you see, this is already starting to become not an entire... Well, you can find areas without lots of Arctic, I guess. Big blue areas. This is already starting to look not terribly useful. 4096 by 8. Yeah, so if I can get it to take settings of like, well, really should be coordinates, would be a quick setting for size. The nice thing about the subsampling doesn't take forever to do. So Earth maps, I don't think usually go beyond. Well, I'm fudging what the levels are beyond zoom 18. So this is like insane. Yeah, you see. Even that is pushing how far it's useful to take the biome map. Because I'm not sure you can intuit much of anything from that, but I mean, we were at 18 to 15 is their 4 levels. And I think beyond that, you might drop tile layers and just start looking at like points of towns and things. Which is a data set that I don't really have in good shape yet. Maybe if I only loaded a couple days worth of data, you could start playing around with some points. But I don't have anything to do that in JavaScript right now. Or actually, I was looking at doing some Elm with this, I think. Was it this project? No, I was setting up something else. Oh, the family tree thing. Which might end up being kind of related to this. But at 4,000 by 4,000, this might be able to encompass an active spawn area. The other thing that this does is I was thinking of playing around with a bunch of stuff. One of them was big biomes. This will let you see the biome patterns. They should be pretty much the same, just bigger. But then you want to play with resource spawns, and that still takes a long time. And I'd have to actually get a server running it. Well, no, that's where I need to hook up the regular map gen to the screen drawing function and see how fast that goes. But, well, it's fun. So these are probably... So that's not bad. This has been optimized by an image optimizer, and it's still 600 megabytes for that one little section. So I don't know if we'll be able to really do these. Anyway, Getting the biome stuff done is a nice step. Integrating the regular object map, because I think that it does some stuff where it grabs an index into a cached bit of map from the server. So it's not like you can just substitute the getMapXY function unless you refactored the entire thing to use that instead of indexes. So I'm going to have to go through all of the draw code and see if we can get it to use the map functions directly so that we can skip all the server commands and everything else and just draw the map. Which hopefully could get comparable to this. Well, I'm doing this at large scale, but hopefully comparable to the speed of doing this. But I think that's a reasonable breaking point. Now, do I have any other changes here? Yeah, the stride stuff. All right, so that's a reasonable breaking point. Let's see. Thanks for everybody who hosted me. Do I have anything to recommend? Let's see. No One Life. This is about when I tend to be on. Should be back to be doing some private server stuff later. Oh, how about some oxygen not included? For someplace cool to hang out. Apple OS is someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye and until next time.